Hi friends, Murali here. So today I am going to build a complete CRUD application with both front end and back end. So let's start. So let me create a simple Angular application. Let me increase the font size a bit. So ng new Angular. So I'm going to pause this video once it is installed completely. I will back. Okay, I'm back. Now our Angular application is ready. Let me open this in code editor. Code space dot. Cool. There it is. So I think sorry, I need to cd into Angular. Correct. No code space dot. Perfect. Now I am in the Angular folder. Now let me start the application. GS. So there is a command which we will give to start the Angular application. Super. So our application started successfully. Now let me go to source app component.html. Let me remove everything. Okay. Now here what I will do is I need a simple form to get the data from HTML. So I'm going to get that form from the bootstrap. We go to the bootstrap, to get started. So get this link. So come to our source index.html. Let me attach the CSS file here. Perfect. Now I need a form here. Cool. I think that's enough. This is enough for me. Now come to app.component.html div.container in this paste this. Oh. Now I have a simple form. Okay. So this is a normal HTML form. So we need to convert this as a Angular form. To do that, the first step is go to app-module.ts. Here in import section, import forms module. Okay, here or here at Angular forms. That's it. Now I have imported forms module. Perfect. Okay. Step 1 is done. Now come to this one. Here you need to give the local reference, my form. This is the type of ng form. And I don't need ID here. What I need is I need a name attribute. It should be email. Okay. And this also name. It should be password. Okay. I don't need all these validations right now. We will see it later. I don't need these checkboxes. then I need to add ng model attribute, so that this input field will be binded to the my form actually. Now it should be type button, it should be button, otherwise it will get submitted automatically. So to avoid that, now I need to add the click event, add user. So this particular event I need to create here. No, not in app module. I need to go to app component here. Just let me check whether I am able to call that particular method or not. Go to console and I click yes. This particular event is getting called. Fine. Now when the event is getting called, I will pass this particular form over here. The value means this will be a complete form. In that value will be the form's properties. I will show you what I will be getting here. So here I am getting form obj. So let me console this. Now let me remove this. I don't need this. Form object. So when I click this, see, I got it. So whatever value I am going to enter in this input field, I will be getting those fields in my console. Mains. If I enter email, see, I got this value. Oh, wait, let me bring it down. See, I got it. Okay, first thing, I got the values from the form. Now I need to post this to server. Okay, now let me set up a server for this application. Now go to the desktop. We'll be creating a folder called, we have the local server. New folder, local server. So go to npm.js, npm server, oh, JSON server, right? This is the one I want. So I need to run this server, this application, sorry, this command. It's copied. Now come to the desktop, go to the folder, first step is npm init -1 okay, now this application is started. Now let me install JSON server. So this is the next step is we need to install this command. Yes. So this will install JSON server globally. So whatever command we will give it, it will get recognized. Once it is done, I need to create a file called db.json. Okay. Here. Touch db.json. Okay. Now see that folder, we should have a db.json. This one open in pad. So let me create a simple object. In this I'm going to create users This is an array of users, array of objects. So now once it is done, I can start the server by giving JSON server -watch db.json. These all instructions will be here in this official website. So running the command to create the server, creating a file db.json, which is going to act as a db for us. Then to start the server, you can see this is a command which I'm currently running now. All these things you can get it here. Oh, sorry, stop this. Click bash here. JSON server -watch db.json. Perfect. Our server is up. You can check by pressing Control in your keypad, and if you click this, you can get this. See, right now we don't have any data. That's why I am not getting anything. So wait. Okay, fine. Now let us come back to our Angular application. Let's post this data to the server. To post the data to the server, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a service, a common service which can post the data to the server. Right click. So the terminal, open one more terminal. Okay. Now ng generate service comma. So I have created a common service here. So let's see where it is created. Yes, you can see the common service is created here. In this, I need 4 methods. One is to create the user, create a user. One is get all users, to get the latest users available in server. One is update user, and finally is delete user. These are all the 4 methods I need. Okay. Now let me inject this common service into the component over here. To inject any service or any dependency, we need to have a constructor. Inside constructor, we need to declare a variable, a private variable, service colon. I think we need to import this. Yes, I have imported. Now I need to call that particular service to create the data, create user in database. So this dot common service dot create user, and I'm sending this object to the create user service. Right now it is throwing error because in service it is not ready to receive any data. So just receive user here. So to post this data to HTTP to server, we need HTTP client. But make sure that before start using HTTP client, first go to app module. First add HTTP client module. HTTP client module. This is supposed to be ported. AMP. So Angular common and HTTP. And now I added HTTP client module. Fine. Let me come to common service. Here I can declare private underscore HTTP. This will be the local reference for our HTTP client. HTTP client. So make sure while you import, see first one it is showing from Selenium WebDrive or something. So if you import from there, you will get a lot of error. So make sure that you will be getting from Angular common HTTP, which I am talking about over here. So which is here. Make sure that that is properly out there. Now I'm ready to post this data. So this dot underscore HTTP dot post. The URL is, this is the URL I am going to post the data. Okay, and user. Now this is supposed to be returned to the component or wherever you are going to call this. Now go to the component. Since it is returning from there, you can see, you can subscribe for this. Subscribe or here response. So log user. Okay, now let's go and check whether we have added or not. Go to console, clear everything. 1, 2, 3. Submit. Oh, okay, user is added. Super. Now go to db.json. Oh, super. Now the user is added here. Okay, once the user added, let us bring that and display it here in this screen. So let me go to Bootstrap once again. This time I am going to take tables. Okay, so I'm going to use this code to have a table. So come to app.component.html. So go to the code below this form. In fact, below the content, it might be inside container. Okay, let me see that in the table. Oh, okay, I have a table here. Let me have some breakpoints. Okay, cool. So go to the table. So let me remove this. So it might be email, might be password, and I'm going to add one more column, edit, and ph. I'm going to add one more column, delete as well. So I don't need all these rows. Let me go to app component. Once I successfully added the user, I'm going to create a function is dot get latest users, which is going to fetch the latest users information from database. Let me create this particular function. Okay, now I need to call the service, this dot common service dot get all users. So go to the service, get all users. This has to return HTTP this dot underscore HTTP. Wait, it's giving a lot of trouble for me. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups in between. So go to the code, this dot underscore HTTP dot get. So I need to use same URL to get the latest users. It's supposed to return an observable. So let me subscribe for that. Response. Now is dot all users, this response. So this is not declared yet. I am declaring it right now. Okay, this I can use in that particular table to display the data. Inside the body tr star ng4, which is going to help me to iterate through the data. Let user of all users inside this, let me have id curly braces user dot email user dot password of td is button edit. When you click this, you need to call edit user function. Edit user function and td button delete. When you click this, you need to call delete user function. Perfect. Now let's go and add the data. Okay, what I will do, by default I will call this method in ng on init. I don't have ng on init yet, so I need to have it ng on init. This dot okay, so I got it. By default the data is here. If I add 1 2 3 4, I should get this. So actually it is getting posted to the server. From the server I'm getting the latest what we called information from the server. So I need to add the bootstrap classes for these buttons. Classes btn hyphen warning. So this will be edit. This will be class btn hyphen danger, which will get red color. Perfect. Now I need to have these functions over here. Get latest users, edit user, same way I need to have delete user. So let me send a user object when you delete it. So you need to get the user here. Now I need to call this dot common service dot delete user. This I need to pass user object. So go to common service, delete here, return this dot underscore http dot delete. Over here, get this URL. While deleting, it is mandatory to pass the ID of that particular user, whomever you want to delete. So place user.id. Once it is returned, subscribe. So this dot get latest users. Let's delete. Yes, delete. Perfect. Delete functionality is working fine. Now when you click on edit, this particular information has to be populated to the above HTML fields, above input fields actually. So when you edit, you need to pass this user So get this user. Now what you need to have an object here. User object, user obj equal to, in this you need to have those three fields like email, empty codes, password, empty codes, and finally id, empty codes. This is supposed to be mapped with that particular HTML field, HTML input fields actually. So come here. So instead of ng model, let's make it as a two editor bind ng model like this. Sorry, should be square bracket equal to edit should be user obj dot email. Copy this, password. Okay, when you edit this, when you call edit functionality, just assign that particular object whichever you are getting from the HTML field. This dot user obj equal to user. That's it. So when you click on edit, it should populate over there. Perfect. So once you click on edit, you don't need to submit, you need to update it. So go to app component. Now over here, instead of submit button, let's have a update button plus button primary. Let's have an info instead of primary, and this time when you click this, update user, just check is it matching with this particular functionality. Oh, there is no method. You need to create update user. Update user. Okay. Oh, this one is button -info. Is also having primary. It's not getting saved. Button primary. Update functionality, why it's not accepting classes. Oh, sorry, this should be click right. Perfect. Okay, now I will add in a if condition star ng if it should is edit. And if is edit is true, then show this button. If is edit is not true, show that button. By default, is edit is false. Perfect. When you click the edit button, let me make this dot is edit equal to true. When you click edit user, perfect. Once you click on update function, then this is edit equal to whatever it is having. This dot is it ulta. And to update, let me call the service common service dot update user. In this, let me pass this dot user object. It is showing error because this is not ready to receive the object update user. So return underscore http dot put. Let me have the same URL and user as well. The only difference will be users. It needs to have that ID to update. Place user dot ID. And once it is returned to the update function, subscribe this dot get latest users. Okay, now let me add one more object. Submit. Superb. Let me click edit. So we refresh. Superb. So now I can delete. I can update everything. I can do. I can create. So I can create, read, update, delete with the local server setup. So friends, this is what the CRUD application in Angular with the local server setup. In next video, what I am going to do is I am going to split this application into different parts, mains. So let me explain in this way. Let me go to paint. So what I am going to do is I am going to make this as a complete component, single component, which is already it is. Then so this will be in parent component. This will be separate child component. This will be parent component. So we will start discussing about parent to child communication. Next, vice versa. Once I will make ulta, like this will be child, that will be parent. So we will be discussing child to parent. First we discuss parent to child. Next, child to parent. Next, we will make these two as a sibling components. Sibling components. From one component to another component, how can you communicate? Means how can you capture the data from the HTML form? How can you display it on the table, which is nowhere related to this particular component? This is what I am going to do. Basically, I am trying to give you the practical exposure, how exactly the components works, how exactly the component communication works. So I want to just explain all those things to you. So if you're clear with this video, if you have any doubts, if you have any comments, obviously there will be a lot of comments or these things. I might have done some mistakes. If anybody want to raise, you can raise. So that's it. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.